what's up guys, it's Eddie from Tackle 22 Fishing and welcome back to YouTube. We are calling this season 2 episode 1 and we are in the new boat for the new season and we're on our first official vet trip for the new year and it's cold. We got probably 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts. We are on Lake West Point and we are unprepared. It's a little chilly out. We were not expecting this. It was much warmer yesterday, but I am out with retired Marine Staff Sergeant Quincy Terry and active duty Army Staff Sergeant Sean Garrett. So we're hoping to get on some good catfish. We got out here a little bit before the sun came up and pulled one course, and we got some bites but didn't get any fish in the boat, so we're gonna pull that course again with a little bit smaller bait because we were getting short bites and see what happens. So what do you guys think? Think we're gonna get on some?
Hopefully.
Definitely. I like his enthusiasm. Alright guys, unfortunately we didn't get the takedown for this guy, but this is the biggest blue cat I've ever seen caught on this lake, and he's got attitude. Come on buddy. Alright y'all, there he is, big old blue cat. It's the best I've seen in West Point. So we're gonna get some measurements on him and see what he weighs. Real. Rod tip up. Hold the rod tip up. Up. Alright guys, he's not a whale, but we're catching fish at least.
It's my PB.
It's Quincy's PB blue cat right here. It's his only blue cat to be fair, but hey, it's his PB nonetheless. So we can get him back in the water and get another one.
Yeah, like you're saying too though, the Air Force, me with them and Alisaw too, they live a different fucking life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My ex-wife's Air Force.
That's a fish, bro. That's a fish, bro.
That's a fish?
Real on. No?
Is it a fish or is it a bunch of weird brush?
Fucking reel it up. Remember, flathead's just gonna try to stay down.
didn't see the bait yet, so I'm thinking it's a fish.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a flag. Fish. Oh, it's a fish.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, sir. That's number 2. Pretty old Lake West Point blue cat.
They're getting bigger.
They are getting bigger.
You got scared?
Alright guys, it's been really windy out. It's made it kind of tough to fish, but we pulled up at Highland Marina and the boys got off to grab some lunch, and so I got some poles to re-rig. Figured I'd show you guys how I do it. All of my terminal tackle comes from DalesTackle.com, and if you use promo code TACKLE22 at checkout, you'll save 15% on all Dale's branded products. So to start, I use a 30-pound slime line main line to a 3-way swivel, and there's no real cookie cutter knot for this. I use the same one I've been using since I started fishing when I was about 8 years old, just a good old clinch knot. And then I like to use a big clip for the downward portion that will hold my weight, and these can be a little bit of a pain sometimes to get on and get around the clip. See, so the weight will pull my line down like this, and I'll have my leader line coming up, and I use that 80-pound slime line leader line. Again, you can find all these products at Dale's Tackle. The length of your leader really varies, you know, just depends on how you're setting up, what your preference is, how much structure you're fishing in, and if you're dragging. If I'm dragging, I like to use a little bit longer leader to really get my baits up off the bottom. We're going to use the same knot here. Now for this setup, I'm going to use a Joey Kirby rig. It's a pop and cork, unweighted, makes a lot of good noise when you're dragging through cover. I'm just going to tie that on to the end. I really enjoyed the content that him and Stacy put out on SmackDown Catfishing on Tuesday nights. Should be on there soon, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Now we need another piece of leader line to attach our hook. And I always keep my Dale's pliers handy. Now I use a 12-aught Dale's tackle hook, and if I can keep it in my hand, we're just gonna snell it. So And so the reason why I use a snell knot is while you're pulling through anything or a fish bites it, anything comes along, if you tie your snell knot right, that hook point's really gonna seat into a fish's mouth, and that's really what we want. So let me just attach this to our Kirby rig. And there we go. There's our completed leader. So my weight will be down here, and this Kirby rig will pick it up off the bottom a little bit. My bait will be hanging up here. And like I said, length is really based on your preference. Some days I run longer, some days I run shorter, and really just depends on what the fish are doing. You know, if I notice that fish are biting more on shorter stuff, different rigs, then I'm gonna switch and adjust and do what the fish like. You gotta be flexible out here if you want to catch fish. But that's how I rig up, guys. So where are you from, Sean?
Originally from London, England,
London.
and then I moved to Savannah, Georgia when I was 10 years old.
How was it growing up in the UK, being a American and then coming back to the US? Like, did you visit it much when you were young?
No, I never was an American. Born in the UK. My parents are from England, and we
Wow.
immigrated here when I was 10 years old.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. When did you first start fishing?
As a kid, I used to carp fish with my granddad, trout fish with him.
In London?
Well, outside of London, yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And pike fishing too is real big over there.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how we can always tie like fishing to a person.
Right.
You know, whether it's a family member or a friend or something like that. It's always tied to a person to me.
Agreed.
You know. How long you been in the Army now?
Now, actually, in 3 days, it'd be 10 years.
10 years, man. I didn't make it to 10. I made it to 8. It was just time to go. Now that you're going more from like a active working role to a leadership role, how do you like being in the Army versus like when you came in? It's like you always had something to do, you had a purpose.
Yeah, well, the big difference is for me, because I'm a Bradley mechanic. So, when you're basically E4 and below, turn a lot of wrenches.
Oh yeah.
You're doing the brunt of the work. It's a different type of, work effort now. Now I'm the manager, now I'm figuring out the parts, what needs to be done, what to prioritize. So it's a different type of being tired. I used to be physically tired, and now it's more mentally exhausting,
I feel like you lose a lot of what you loved about your job in the military once you start going into a leadership role, So, a lot of people join because they want to work on airplanes, or they want to work on this, or they want to, rescue pilots from aircraft like me and Quincy. And just as you've been in for so long and, you start picking up rank, you go into more of a leadership role, and you don't get to do that stuff on that level anymore. And,
that's obviously something. And once you obtain more rank, it becomes more stressful. Personnel.
Absolutely.
I can control what that vehicle does, or I can control what I put on that vehicle.
Right.
You can't control what that guy's gonna go do on the weekends, or. But then if something does happen, you are put at fault for
But
that.
you're still responsible for it.
Still responsible.
Absolutely.
That's where it gets tough.
Would you say fishing helps you de-stress from work?
Most certainly.
I feel like fishing helps me de-stress from not fishing.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I'm not fishing, I'm stressed. It's never work related or home related stress like normal people. I stress about not fishing. It drives me nuts. So we stopped here at Highland Marina, like I told you before, and we're grabbing a couple burgers, and we figured we'd spot lock a little bit off the marina and enjoy some burgers lakeside. And then we're gonna get back after fishing and see if we can get that big blue some company in the tank. But Sean, I'm definitely glad you came out, man. I'm always happy to get even though he's an Army guy, always happy to get veterans and active duty service members out here. And y'all remember Q from the last season of YouTube, so we're not gonna go in introductions much on him, but definitely glad he made the drive from out of state to come fishing. And stay tuned, guys. Hopefully, gonna get on some more fish.
The difference in like a spirit of core between all the branches compared to Marines is like night and day. Marines definitely do have a different spirit of core than Marine.
Uh-oh. You get hung?
No, it's a fish, bro. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's a fish. Real. Pick it up. Real.
Try and pull it this way.
Speed this up so it'll tighten all these up. Speed this up so it'll straighten everything up.
Try to hold it right there. Keep tension on it.
You got a fish on?
I don't got a visual, but I got a picture.
Alright, now lift your rock higher. Gotta come up. Shit, I'm lucky.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Just go up.
There's a lot of timber down there, so.
That is big in the fish. Oh, you
Big fish. Feels like a fish. Alright, you got guys for these two now.
We're back on a course.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can feel it. Trust me. Yep. The oxygen after that.
Bigger than mine?
That's a big one.
Might be bigger than the one I caught. Clippers. Right here. That's a big boy.
You gotta get the kids in the lips.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Finally got on that big one. Oh, big boy.
You just got done saying too, the big fish on the screen.
That what?
You just got done saying a big fish on the screen too.
Yeah. I know, buddy, if you open your mouth, let's hook up. I want y'all to take a look at that. Del Stacko hook all the way through the pallet. Gotta be a freaking fine. Pliers. All right, guys, so we're starting to wind out our trip here on Lake West Point, and it went from being really slow and miserable with the wind to just being on fire. We got a 28 pound, a 25 pound, and a 23 pound blue in the boat. You can't ask for much better than that. Quincy broke his PB, even though he caught his PB today and then broke it, but hey, who's counting, right? But we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do a little release video here, pull out the fish and get them in the water. We're still pulling a track, so there is a chance we still could hook up, but it's another great trip in the books, man. Sean, the active duty soldier we're out with, he got a brand new Slime Cat rod and reel and a tackle pack from dalestackle.com. Just want to say thank you to all my sponsors who keep us fishing, help us continue our mission, help us get people like Quincy and Sean out on the boat and on fish, help them decompress and do what we do. So thank you guys for your continued support. Be sure you smash that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified for future content. And as always, you can go to www.tackle22fishing.com or find us on Facebook and Instagram. So we're gonna release some fish.
That bad. It feels like sand.
If you hold his tail, he can't roll.
Yeah, it's when it gets bad when they roll on you.
Stick your hand in his mouth. You never rashed your knuckles up before? You get grab the bottom jaw. There you go. Hold him by the tail or he'll roll. Oh, you're supposed to hold him up.
Oh. Just shock footed him.
He'd throw him out like a damn football.
Let's see.
Grab him by the mouth.
Open your mouth. Stop resisting. Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. That's a good fish right there. That's what I'm talking about. Send him home. Preferably without my grippers.
Yeah, perfect. Let me lift those in case. See you later, dude.
Are you not recording it?
Yeah, is it recording or is it taking a picture?
It's recording.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad fish.